Well everyone, we finally made it to the last day of the show. It's been fun. It's been a whole lot of fun. But all things come to an end. Immediately following the show, I'm heading to an airport to get on a plane for home, and hoping to arrive at around 5 a.m. Ugh. But I'm getting ahead of myself. There's still more to be done at E3, even on the last day. I still have some games on my list that I want to try out, like LEGO Dimensions, We Happy Few, Sea of Thieves, and a couple others. Let's hope I can find the time to do all of them in this short period we have left. Now, to give you an idea of what E3 is like on the last day, imagine you have a game that you really want to play, and only around 100 to 200 people can get to play it. What if that was you, and let's say around, 70,000 other people, all wanting to play the same game? Yeah, so when the doors open, you can just imagine how frantically people ran for those demos. And so instead of recording this stampede, I speed walked to the first demo on my list, LEGO Dimensions. Now, you may be wondering, why did I pick LEGO Dimensions over a game like, let's say, Sea of Thieves? Very simple reason. They're giving away a special, available only at E3 and Gamescom figure, Green Arrow. Plus, I've really wanted to try out the game ever since it came out, but it's pretty expensive for a starter pack and I really can't justify spending like $80 just to try out the game. But here at E3, to play a game, the only thing you have to spend is time in line. And even though I went straight for the booth right as the doors opened, I still had to wait a good hour or more before making it inside. And sadly, I wasn't allowed to film inside the special area for you all, so sorry. But I can still give you my thoughts on the game. The worker who showed us LEGO Dimensions was nice enough to let us play through every part of the demo, including the new Ghostbusters area and the Adventure Time battle mode. Really excited about that one. We had a wealth of new characters and vehicles to choose from, like Finn, Jake Carr, Ethan Hunt, and the new Ghostbuster characters, just to name a few. For those of you who haven't played LEGO Dimensions before, from my experience with the demo, it's pretty much like a normal LEGO game, except you can purchase your own LEGO figures to use in the game, from a variety of different franchises. Unlike some Toys to Life games, however, you don't need any more characters than what's given in the starter pack to finish the game, which is super nice. Plus, according to what I learned at the booth presentation, all the new characters, worlds, and levels coming don't require you to purchase a new starter pack. Disney Infinity could have really learned a thing or two from them. The first part of the demo I played was the new Ghostbusters, a story that will be purchasable in an add-on toy pack coming later this year. From what I played, it's like a normal LEGO game, which is perfectly fine. I love LEGO games, except there are a few scenarios that will have you moving the characters around on the base, like when going into an alternate dimension zone thing, or when the boss keeps players from moving and you have to move the physical characters from one side of the base to the other. Overall, I think it's a really cool idea to blur the line between the physical toys and the gameplay. The new Ghostbusters levels that we played were very enjoyable, but it wasn't amazing. It's not really LEGO Dimensions that's the problem though. Mostly it's because of the subject. Ghostbusters is good. The new Ghostbusters though, that's another story. Next, we played the Adventure Time Pillow World Multiplayer Battle Arena. We play with 2 players, but you still have to have CPUs if you have less than 4. In this mode, we played Capture the Flag, which was actually more fun than I thought it would be. Each player has a base with a flag, and you can defend it by spending studs on turrets, or collecting power-ups that allow you to jump higher, or even blur another person's screen. The cool thing is that the CPUs actually played well. I lost to them, which is very impressive. That doesn't normally happen. There was no CPU difficulty in the demo, but it was planned for release, but I think I would play on this difficulty. It actually was a challenge. In the end, I really enjoyed LEGO Dimensions, and since the price of the starter pack has gone down significantly since the game came out, I may just pick it up, especially to play with the Green Arrow. So at this point, it was around 1 p.m., and I had about 3 hours left in the day. I immediately headed over to Sea of Thieves, only to find the line longer than on all the other days. When I asked about the wait time, it sadly was going to be longer than I could stay. I knew right then and there there was no possible way that I could play Sea of Thieves. But that was not going to stop me from covering this game. I asked one of the workers if I could get an interview with someone from the team, to which Craig Duncan, the studio head of Rare, was more than happy to do. If you would like to see this interview, hit the I or the link in the description. There was one other game in the Xbox booth that I wanted to try though, We Happy Few. It's a procedurally generated game set in the retro-futuristic 1960s in the city of Wellington Wells. As the story goes, almost everyone in the city is on the drug called joy that causes them to see everything with a bright outlook. You've just gotten off the drug and now you're starting to see reality, so you've got to try to escape the war-ravaged city while trying to stay hidden in plain sight. This game is an interesting take on the survival genre. You have to collect items to craft, eat, sleep, and well, survive. To me, the coolest part of the game, which I was told about by Sam Abbott, the chief operating officer at Compulsion Games, almost the entire game is randomized, and when you die, you can't load your save again. You have to start over in a newly created city, so you don't want to die, which adds a little bit of a fear factor. It's just enough departure from the norm that got me a bit more excited to get this game. There were a couple negatives that stuck with me though. The beginning puzzles weren't exactly difficult, but if you ask the people in front of me, they would probably say it's the hardest thing of their lives because they couldn't figure it out. Literally, these people didn't know what to do, but it took me 10 minutes to figure it out? It was really just moving to points on a map. Hopefully by the final release it'll be more than that, but as of now, it wasn't exactly that challenging. I also hope that the development team doesn't rely so heavily on the style of this game. And remember that good original gameplay is what makes a game. They can't just rely on the fact of, ooh, this is so cool, it's so creepy, and all that stuff. They gotta remember gameplay is first. And I think they can do it, and if they do, I expect We Happy Few to be a fantastic game. And so, with a heavy heart, we've come to the end of another year of E3. It was an incredible experience to go back again this year, and I can easily say that this year was miles better than the last time. Last year in 2015, I was just trying to figure out what to do. And now, I think I finally understand. With this knowledge, I'm hoping to take what I've learned and make the next time even better. But until that next time comes, I just want to thank you so much for watching Beta64. You've made all of this possible. Imagine me giving you a high five right now. Yeah. So this has been Andrew from E3 2016. Thanks for watching.